Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm back with another Caro-Kann defense variation video. Hope you like it. This variation I think will interest many of you. Once you see this, try to use this in your games and you might win. Okay, d4, c6, just normal d4, d5. Yeah, e4, c6, d4, d5, f3, d takes e4. This is the f3. F3 is called the fantasy variation. I covered this earlier in my videos that this variation is like the meta right now, and it is played quite frequently, and it looks very like I said earlier, it looks aesthetically pleasing to keep this pawn on f3. So anyways, d takes e4, f takes e4, e5. E5, now this move controls the center. I mean, you cannot take, because like if d takes e5, queen takes d1 check, king takes d1, and the king can't castle anymore. That is bad, because but this king can castle. So this king has a better safety than that king. So objectively, black is better. So that's why white did not choose to take. But again, you cannot. I mean, the center is entirely black's. Although white has two pawns in the center, the control of the center is strictly restricted to only black. That is the interesting part of the e5 move. Anyways, knight f3, bishop g4, c3, knight d7, bishop d3. So now normally over here, as you can see, the computer recommends bishop c4. This is more aggressive, but bishop c2 is also a more bishop d3 is more of a bit of a balanced positional game compared to a very aggressive game. So after bishop d3, bishop d6, it's balanced now. Castles, knight gf6, knight b d2, b5. What is the point of b5? Well, look at all of the queen side of pieces of white. This pawn looks at c4. This bishop looks at c4. This knight looks at c4. So three pieces look at c4. Boom. You cannot go that right now. Now white cannot go c4 because after c4, b takes c4, bishop takes c4, and it's terrible. Because after you can't even take the knight because knight is pinned to the queen. So then c4 will be a mistake. So that's why b5 is such a great move, because you control c4 where there are three pieces looking: this bishop, this knight, and this pawn. h3, bishop h5, retreating the bishop. a4, aiming for some king side attack. Sorry, queen side attack. a6, defending, keeping everything defended. And white says, okay, wait, I've took care of that part. Let's go attack your bishop again. g4, and then bishop g6, knight h4, castles, knight f5, bishop takes x5, bishop takes h5, bishop takes f5, rook takes f5, h6, bishop c2, c5, b5, and c4, shutting down the center. b5 shut down the center in the beginning, and black says, okay, I'll shut it down even more. Let's keep it even more tight. c4. Now after c4, black. What is black's game plan from now on? I'll tell that so that you guys can implement this game plan and win the game. So black's game plan ultimately, they pushed c4 to shut down the center and to go bishop c5 check. So maybe after bishop c5, king f1 or something, and after bishop c5, knight e8, knight d6, right? That is the plan. So I'll just make some of these moves. I'm sorry, it's white's move. So white has to move their king. You can see that one variation is king g2, but let's say white doesn't move their king, and you go bishop c5. Sorry, bishop c5 check, and let's say king f1, or no, king g2 actually. So bishop c5 check, king g2. After king g2, you could go knight e8, and knight e8. Let's say black makes an arbitrary move such as like rook b1, knight d6, attacking this rook, and this rook cannot go here because this knight sees it. This rook cannot stay here. This rook cannot take this place. This rook can't go here. This rook can only go here, here, and here. And I mean, you see a rook come here, and then play like bishop c5 check and this and that, attacking this, and this rook has to go back to either f3, f2, or f1. And black's rook is like, sorry, white's rook is just stuck there, whereas um, black can just play, some g6, h5, g takes, and sorry, g6, h5, g takes. Create some kingside attack here, and it's black can win this very comfortably if white, that is, allows bishop c5 check. Let's say rook b1. You can see that it's point one because bishop c5 check, and after the taking g2, knight, and you can see the computer recommends it goes back to f1. So the computer's already saying, wait, go back, it's go back, please. So that's why black is so winning the fantasy variation, and that's why you should play the fantasy variation, guys, the way I have taught you. So please like, please comment, and please subscribe if you like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.